Welcome back, guys. We're in a different part of my studio today. We're over near where the computer lives. Today I wanted to go over some basic compositing in Premiere. It'd be real easy to jump into After Effects or Nuke and fix this issue, but I really wanted to work it out within Premiere so I could have the most cohesive edit as possible. So this came up with my last video I shot, the unboxing. I shot myself in the big red chair and I shot a little wider, which extended past the black seamless I had behind the chair. Very common VFX trick, you know, as long as you don't break the edges of the seamless, you can crop it out and extend it. That's what I was doing. Unfortunately, what I didn't do was I didn't check my black levels. So when I uploaded it to YouTube, YouTube recompressed it, and you could see exactly what I was up to. Not great for VFX. You always want those to be hidden. So I'm going to show you how I fixed that in Premiere real quick, and hopefully it doesn't happen to you. Or gives you ideas on what you can do with your videos. One real a great example of this was back when the movie Die Hard with a Vengeance came out. There's this scene where Bruce Willis is riding a dump truck through the sewers on this big tidal wave, and looked great in the film. When it was projected on a screen, they had more dynamic range, but when they released it on VHS, it didn't have the dynamic range of film, so it looks really silly. And the dump truck and Bruce Willis, which is one element, had no contrast and was really bright compared to the dark background of the wave and the tunnel. Another thing is they didn't get the scale of the water right, so that looks kind of goofy. Anyway, it's a scene that's pretty much laughed at. But when it converted to VHS, it really showed why you need to check your black levels. And I'm sure nobody was thinking of that back then. And now we have a great learning experience when we watch Die Hard with a Vengeance. All right, let's get to this. Okay, so here we are in Premiere. I'm going to bring my clip into the timeline. I've added a couple extra video tracks just so I can use them all up. As you can see, the edge of my seamless. The first thing I need to do is clip that out. So if I go into my effects control, select my layer, my movie layer, go into the opacity, grab this little pen tool, and clip it as close to the edge as possible to give myself as much room. Like that. Bam! We've knocked it out. Those are gone, those edges. What I am going to do is just grab this one point, bring it in a little bit. What I also like to do is now, if you go create new item, it's a right click and create new item and create black video, which I've already done. I like to bring that in and put it underneath so that I know I'm getting a nice clean black underneath my original footage, which I just matted out. So now you're seeing the black video through the holes on the side that I've made. All right. Now, the mistake I made the other day was I thought I was done here. I tweaked my levels, I put a LUT on it, and I said, okay, it's done. Well, let me show you what happened when it uploaded to YouTube. This. And as you can see, the lines, the blacks don't match, and you can see the lines where I cut it out. Totally gave away my whole trick. So that didn't work. had to rip it down and fix it. Now, back in Premiere, the way I fixed this was I created an adjustment layer. I put it above the two layers that are already exist. I'm going to stretch that out. I went into my Lumetri color and I cranked up the exposure until I cranked it up pretty far so I could see how far off the blacks were, and right now you can see with my exposure up 3.1, you can see obviously where the original video is and where the black video is. So what I did was I went into my movie, and now I went into the Lumetri settings on that, and I brought the, well, let's see, I brought the black levels down until I could not see my mistake anymore. Bingo. Okay, so we're halfway there. Now I know the black levels are matched. What I need to do is go and get rid of the adjustment layer, because that was only for visualization. We're going to get rid of that. And now you're like, well, that's too dark, Rob. What are you doing? Okay, so I create a new adjustment layer that goes over these two. And now basically the two black levels have met. Now I'm going to create a new adjustment layer and bring both of their exposures up. And let's see how we do that. All right, I'm going to bring in that new adjustment layer. Stretch it to the end. I'm going to take that, and now I'm going to bring the exposure up to where I would like it. Maybe even bring up the shadows a little bit. Knock out some of that contrast. Bring some highlights down. Get it nice and soft again. All right. And now, black levels are matched, and we have a proper exposure. And let's see what that looks like. So that we have right here. And you can no longer see those inconsistencies in the black. So basically what happens is when this is uploaded, it looks all fine and dandy. And believe me, my monitors are calibrated every week, so I know my colors are on as best they can be. But what happens is when it gets uploaded to YouTube, YouTube recompresses the videos, and their compression can make these issues visible. So hopefully this gives you some ideas. If you ever run into something like this, you know, you'll be able to fix your black levels inside your composite. I love it. All right, there you have it. I hope you guys got something out of this. Checking your black levels, how to fix it in Premiere. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, comment below, like the video, put an ad in the newspaper, do whatever you have to, tell your friends about it. It all helps. Until next time, see you later.